Joe is not coming back. But that's the pain I have to live with on a daily basis. But having the faith in God that He's able me to come this far, knowing that my child is not coming back. And I always say, this is a pain I wish on no mother at all. This is not a pain you want to feel, especially your child, not being here anymore. I thank my family and friends, everyone, for being there through this walk. And I still have a long walk to go. But do know that every day is going to be a hurting day. Not as bad as it could. Some days are good, some days are bad. And yes, I'm finally speaking up. My daughter was doing all the talking before. I'm doing it now. I have a release. Am I satisfied? Yes. To know that he's going to serve time behind bars for what he did because, one, I feel, like I said, I feel it didn't have to end that way. No way, no way, no how.
And you stood up and you faced Ronald Gasser.
I wanted to face him. I wanted him to see the pain that I'm feeling from day one up down to 20 years from now. I still feel that pain because he was my child.
Did he look you in the eye?
Yeah, he looked at me and I asked him, I say, if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel?
He was fine?
No remotes. Nothing. So my thing is, he knew what he's doing. He done it. Now he have to pay the consequences for it.
What do you make of him not actually apologizing?
But like I explained to him, in the Bible said, I have to forgive him in order to forgive myself for me to have some sense of peace. I don't know how he feels, but he knows how I feel. I've been feeling since day one of this.
Do you feel justice has been served even though he didn't get the full?
Yes, it has.
If you could say anything to your son, what would you want to say?
I miss you and I love you.
What impression do you hope you made on Mr. Gasser with the statements that you made, those emotional statements that you made him for? What impression are you hoping that you made on him?
I let him see the pain that he has caused on my family, more so me, because no one wants to lose a child. And I say that no one. I'm not saying it's just because it happened to mine. This could have been anybody's child, but like I say, no one wants to feel that pain. I want him to see it, how I'm feeling, how I hurt. And like I said before, all the talking was done by his sister Johanna. So now I'm talking because I feel it's time for me to speak up, let you know how I feel. I'm harboring, holding everything in. Now I need to let it out in order for me to heal as best as possible as I could.
What would you say to those other drivers out on the road that find themselves, as the judge said, raging against
I would tell them like I tell the kids in the school systems that I work at, is a consequence of everything that you do. Think clearly before you do it, because the consequence not be what you think it's going to be. It could be worse than what you think. And he got it. And like I said, from day one, when my daughter called and told me, I said, this man murdered my child. 3 shots. And that 3 times you had to pull the trigger. One time, a warning shot should have been enough. He chose not to do that. And like to say, he pulled his gun out at General de Gaulle in Berman. You had a long road. At that time, think clearly. And every day I'd be cut off. I said, okay, have the road. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there safely. Anything else?
Okay, Ms. Quick, if you had anything to say on your son's behalf or anything, you had an emotional response to the 30-year sentence. If you could step forward.
Okay, I really didn't want to do that. First of all, I felt very bad, wanted to apologize to the judge, but, enough is enough. They keep trying to find a justification, and there's no justification for taking somebody's life. There's nothing that will ever bring Joe back. Jaden will never have that in his life, have him back in his life. So for me, it was just like, take it, accept it, accept that you're wrong. You were still not accepting that you were wrong. You were still you and your team still believe that what you did was justified and that it is okay. And these gun laws are not made for people like this. They're not made for people that cannot protect. They're not made for people that cannot. I'm trying to find the word. I'm sorry. For people that are not responsible with these laws. So I've had enough. My son doesn't get you for the rest of doesn't get his son. I mean, my son doesn't get his father ever again. And he doesn't deserve to walk free. I don't ever want Jaden to fear that this man is back on the streets. That is one of my biggest fears as a mother. Jaden, the day that this happened, Jaden asked me, Mom, is he in jail? And I said, yes, That's what I thought. A few days went by. Mom, is the guy still there? That's what he worried about. And I said, yeah. Knowing that he wasn't, knowing that he was home, and finally when he overheard somebody say, no, he's home. He's not in jail. Jaden has suffered since then. I can't be in a car, if we're driving and someone honks at me. He's like, Mom, stop. Like, don't react. You don't know if they have a gun. So he wasn't there that day doesn't mean that it's not hurting him now and that he's not suffering from, a disorder. So to know that I can tell Jaden he's not going to come out. He's going to be, his whole life has been behind bars. So that's the only piece that I have going home telling my son today. The man that did this to your father is never going to walk these streets again.
Would you say that the 30-year sentence, and now that the trial is over with and convicted, does that give your family a small bit of closure to this event?
Yes, it does.
I don't think there's ever going to be closure. I'm going to be honest. I'm grateful, though. It could have gone so many different ways, but I'm grateful, the age that the man is now and the sentencing is going to be the majority of his life. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful. But for me, there's no amount of years on this earth that is going to ever bring me peace in my heart. Or to my son. He's 7 years old. How do you explain that to him? You can't. Now he's going to live his whole life with a chip on his shoulder, regardless of the sentence.
In the courtroom, you said that you were hoping that you were making him proud. What did you mean by that? What do you want to tell him?
Well, Joe is one of the strongest person I know. He was, and you can tell by his mother. They're so alike. When she was up there, I saw a piece of Joe. I was like, that's Joe. And with the time that I was with him, it was a lot of our younger years, he taught me to be strong. I saw him go through so much in life and football, personal, whatever it was. He always went above, he always persevered through everything. So, I just kept saying, like, Joe, I hope that I'm making you proud. I hope that I am just as strong as you were. Because there's times that I can't do it. Like, I can't get out of bed, and I have a child. I'm also married, and it doesn't matter that we weren't still together. It's still something that you go through this hump. And no, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I'm sorry. Can we get back to the question? What was the question?
Just what would you want to tell him, or how do you want people to remember
I
him?
just want, like you said, I just want people to remember him by the amazing person that he was. He touched so many lives. He meant so much to so many people. And he made an impact, And it was like in 28 years, we have so many stories that not anybody, like there's 100 athletes out there, but he was an athlete. There was so much more to him. And his life was just such an amazing life. He lived such a great life. And, I'm proud of that. And that's why I wanted to make him proud. I want to make Jaden proud, because in your lowest moments, you got to get it together and you have to be strong and you have to put your best foot forward. And I hope that Jaden sees that in all of us. And I hope that, Joe is proud and he knows that's my family. They represent me, and I know that everybody here represented him to the best of our abilities. And, I'm just thankful for everybody and all that they've done for us. I know, I'm sorry, I'm shaking, but
Thank you. Thank you. This sun is hot.
Yes, girl, she cut me.
Oh, my bad.